Today we continue to dive into the Switch eShop because we have yet another huge sale live right now. Now sorry this video is a day late, I was having all sorts of issues with uploading the video yesterday, but we finally got there, and in this one I'm going to be taking you through 10 of my favourite deals covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Remember then, as always, we do have two winners coming up later in the video for two $10 eShop gift cards, and then we do have two more to give away. That's going to be in next Saturday's video. You'll enter by dropping a comment below. Alright, subscribe if you enjoy the video, it supports the channel a huge amount, and yeah, let's get into it. First up then, we have Cyber Shadow, a game heavily influenced by the classic Ninja Gaiden. Now if you are a fan of that iconic series, you are in for a treat. The game here masterfully just recreates the old school vibes with stunning pixel art, challenging gameplay and tight controls. Now like its inspiration, Cyber Shadow features demanding platforming and combat throughout. However, there are a few platforming moments where I will admit the controls, they don't quite feel as, responsive as one might hope. Now thankfully, these instances, they are rare, and I don't think it detracts from the overall experience. Now then, here with a 50% discount, it is a new low price, and I'm really crossing my fingers for a sequel. I think it is well deserved, and you can find my full review in the pinned comments. Mark of the Ninja Remastered is up next, and this one truly is a masterpiece of design, bringing a stealth platformer experience to the Switch. I just think it has a fun storyline that pushes the gameplay forward perfectly. Then it does stand out as well for its challenging nature, especially if you go chasing after high scores and the featured additional objectives. This game though, it's held in very high regard, and that is for good reason. It's just addictive stuff with a whole lot of content to keep you coming back. This Switch version then includes all DLC packages and a new Game Plus mode, making this 75% off a steal, and that is a price which matches the all-time low. Warm Snow then is back matching the low with 40% off, and you can find my full review in the pinned comment below. This roguelike game asks you to save a world transformed by never-ending snow, which, as the title suggests, it is warm. Now this seemingly magical snow is turning the population into monsters, setting the stage for your adventure. So basically the core gameplay here involves slaying these monsters, collecting new weapons and power-ups, and then adding permanent upgrades to your character. I was really impressed by its visual style, the weapons, and then the fighting techniques, which all feel unique. This title for many flew under the radar, so do not miss out on a gem. A quick self-plug then, remember to check out GameCorner. I'm going to be linking that in the pinned comment down below, but would love to see you over there. It's one of my other channels. It's long-form content, me playing through demos, full games, sections of games on all platforms. And recently we've had everything from Arranger and Metal Slug Tactics to fantastic games, it appears, that are coming to the Switch, to right now I'm actually working on a full playthrough of Still Awakes the Deep, a fantastic horror experience. Check it out though in the pinned comments. Griftlands then is a fantastic deck builder, and I featured it on my best deck builder videos here on the channel. You can find that in the pinned comment below. Now this one is set in a sci-fi world, and this game presents players with 3 unique characters. Each of them offers their own campaign and specialized deck abilities. Now here you're going to encounter Sal, a bounty hunter out for profit, Brooke, a spy with a secretive agenda, and then Smith, who just might save the world if they can muster up the energy. What truly sets Griftlands apart though is its combination of elements. It's not just card battles, but meaningful decisions that can impact that journey. So for example, build a team and utilize negotiation skills to potentially avoid combat entirely, and that is if you choose the right words. A really nice touch. Now currently it's 60% off, and that is a new low price. Shadow over Loathing then is 30% off and matching the low price. This one has been overlooked on the system, which is a shame because it's a follow-up to the fantastic Western Loathing, and it is just as entertaining. I would put that down to the fact its shadow dropped during a direct, which led to, I guess, very little coverage, and that's always a risk you take in that scenario. If you do want, however, a comedic RPG, this is your game. It's even got a few puzzles to overcome as well on the journey. Back then is the surprisingly crisp Stickman visual design, and story-wise, it's very much horror themed but not scary at all. So basically your uncle requests your assistance at his antique shop. The problem is, when you do arrive, he is now missing. Our winner of the week then is Kyle, who highlighted Vampire Survivors and Mega Man, both fantastic picks. Congrats on the win, email me for the code, and everyone else do have a second winner coming up here shortly in the video. Shovel Knight Dig then is a fantastic hybrid of roguelike platformer and puzzler, and in this latest adventure our trusty hero Shovel Knight embarks on a mission of revenge against the nefarious Drill Knight. Basically they tore apart your campsite and they made off with your precious treasures. Right now then it's 50% off, a new low price, and regarding the game itself, or the gameplay at least, simplifying the mechanics here, not easy, but here's what you need to know. You're going to be navigating increasingly challenging locations while running, jumping and digging your way through a variety of terrain. Along the journey, prepare to face an array of enemies as well. It's also stunning to look at, and yeah, this is a puzzle game basically. It's also worth noting then as well, the game's had a fair few DLC updates as well for free, which makes it even better. Darkest Dungeon Ancestral Edition is back on sale with 75% off, which matches the low price. I recommend this edition over the base game during the sales, because for just a few dollars more, you get all of the game-changing DLC packs included. Now these packs introduce new heroes, a fresh location, and a parallel campaign that adds to that main storyline. Plus you'll face new enemies, and who doesn't want that? Now this game, for those that may not know, is a challenging roguelike turn-based RPG, and basically set up squads, strategize to tackle enemies, and manage afflictions that can cause devastating damage. It also features permadeath, and that definitely ups the stakes. Finally then, it's topped off with a stunning gothic style. I had to feature this one today because we got the great news that the sequel would be coming to the Switch next month during that recent Direct, and I actually played that game on Steam. While it's not as good as this one, still going to be worth considering if performance is where it needs to be, so definitely jump into this one now. Plus, let's face it, it's always tough to one-up a game which is considered a masterpiece, and that's very much what this original entry is. Dredge gets a new low price then, 35% off. Initially with this one, I wasn't sure what to expect, but it turned out to be a surprise hit for me. So here's a brief rundown. Dredge is a single-player adventure game where you play as a fisherman arriving in a mysterious town. Now your main tasks here involves catching fish, completing quests, and uncovering the secrets of this location. As you progress, you can upgrade your boat and equipment, which might seem straightforward. However, what truly elevates this experience is the underlying sinister atmosphere. There's just an eerie tension that surrounds this world, whether it stems from the ocean or the unique locals. And yeah, this one, it's an absolute must-buy in my opinion. Our second winner then is Cookie, who highlighted Promenade. I've not played that just yet, so I'll have to add it to my list. Congrats on the win though, email me for the code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance in next week's video. Alright, we still have a couple of games here, so let's get back to it. The Legend of Nayuta Boundless Trails is here with 38% off, a new low price. Now this action RPG originally released on the PSP and now it finally came west. Stands out for being quite different from other entries in the series, featuring fast-paced action. Combat though, I will admit, it is quite simplistic. The cast though and the scale of the adventure on top of that, also much smaller compared to recent series entries. That said though, I still thought it was an absolute blast, and the main premise here involves travelling through a series of lands to stop evil forces, and yeah, it's just a good fun game that's easy to pick up even without prior knowledge of the series. Metroid Prime Remastered then is our final game of the video, and with a trailer recently for 4, this entry finally gets a discount. That is 15% off, a new low price, the first ever sale of course as well. I was personally hoping to see the remaining entries remastered and shadow dropped, but it seems we are still waiting on that. But what can I really add about this game here? It's just a fantastic 3D spin for the series. For many, it's a classic, and yet transforming and navigating this often complex world is an absolute pleasure. Also, the combat feels solid, and the port work here is top notch. This is a game that should be in everyone's collection. And that is the video down. Will you be checking out any of these new games? Let us know in the comments if you do have any recommendations of your own right now as well. It's a big sale. Would love to hear them in the comments. With that then, a shout out to the patrons and the channel members who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, news and lists daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.